Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation, you brothers, and hope elect pushing this word in truth and sincerity. All right, this video here is going to be Job chapter 9, verse 24. All right, so, we get so caught up in what's going on in the world and because there's so many things going on in the earth, so many prophecies coming to pass, so many things that are on the horizon that, we still got new brothers and sisters coming in that don't quite have a full grasp or understanding of just the basics, those foundational building blocks. So this is just kind of hitting on, a basic one. All right, this is Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Okay, so we got to figure out whose hand the earth was given into, which is the wicked, and who covered the faces of the judges, and where are they? Okay, but first we need to understand how to really go through the scriptures and break them down and get the proper understanding of them. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 13. It says, "But the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken." Okay, so to get the proper understanding of these scriptures, you go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. All right. Now, you have to have a spiritual eye, or the eye salve, or a spiritual mind to understand how to get the precepts and how to go line upon line and how to go here a little, there a little, because just because one word is the same word in this verse over here and it's the same word in another verse does not mean that it is a precept to that specific verse. We'll take the word Marcus or Mark. Mark in Revelation 13 is not the same Mark in Ezekiel. Okay, those are two different Marks. That's just an example. All right, but that's how you go through and get the proper understanding. Okay, and here further tells you what David said. This is Psalm chapter 119, verse 104. It says, "Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way." All right. So that's how you get the proper understanding through the scriptures. It's through these precepts, line upon line, here a little, there a little. But you also have to have the spiritual eye salve to understand it, that spiritual understanding. Okay. But back in chapter Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so who are the wicked? Let's find out who that is. All right, this is Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. "The burden of the Lord, the burden of the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Most High? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished." Pay attention to that. It says, Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Most High, of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Okay, so Esau or Edom is called the border of wickedness, or the people whom the Lord hath indignation with forever. Okay, so the Lord hates Esau, as he said, I hated Esau. Okay, and Esau, Edom are the same. All right, and the Lord hates Esau. So now we see who the wicked is, because they call Edom the border of wickedness. Okay, that's where wickedness starts. That's who they are. They are the wicked in the scriptures. Esau, Edom. So let's see. Go back here. Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. When did that happen? All right, this is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. I'm going to start there. It says, and Esau, we just read about Esau and Edom being the border of wickedness, right? Okay. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven. Okay, so where it says the earth was given to the hand of the wicked, the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven was given unto Esau. Okay, that was him being blessed with the rulership of the earth. When it says the earth was given to the hand of the wicked, meaning the earth and all that is therein was given into his hand to have control over. Let's think about what anything that you have in your hand. If you can put something in your hand, you can control it, you can manipulate it, to do whatever you want to do with it. Okay. Verse 40 says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Okay, and it says, by thy sword thou shalt live, and that's how he literally lives, through his sword. He's an artificer. Okay, he's the the king of weaponry. Okay, when it comes to weaponry, such as guns, bombs, missiles, swords, any type of thing dealing with weaponry, that's right up his alley. That's his blessing. You see, Jacob has the spiritual blessing. Okay, they have the carnal blessing. Okay, and because of that, evil increases in the earth, because they take everything through violence and by the sword. Okay. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, we just read who the wicked is, Esau, Edom. We just read that their blessing was the sword and the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see their fall. Okay, so the more wicked are upon the earth, transgression or the breaking of the law or the total disregard for the law of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Shai, increases. Okay, but check this out. Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The people in the earth are mourning. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. It says that the earth was given to the hand of the wicked, so they're bearing rule. The wicked are in rulership right now, and the people are mourning. Okay, you got wars and things they're being fought right now. You got this Crime Royal 19 going through, you know, throughout the earth. You got the Windows 19 going throughout the earth. Everybody wearing masks. Okay. People not really enjoying life. Even though the animals are mourning, the plants are mourning, everything is mourning through this wicked rulership. Nothing is flourishing. Everything is literally dying under this rulership. Okay? Let's get this real quick. This is First Maccabees chapter 1, starting at verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the hand of Shittim and had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. Okay, this is going into Greek rulership. It made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule everyone in this place. Check this out. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Did we not just say when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases? Okay, so evil increased in the earth when the wicked were multiplied. And these Greeks and these Romans, they were Edomites. They were of the line of Edom. They were Esau. Okay. All right. So let's see. Back in Job chapter 9 verse 24, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Then it says, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who are the true judges in the earth? Israelites. They're the true judges in the earth. How did they cover up their faces? Through iconoclasm. And, just also putting them down. Okay? For instance, they painted images of themselves to be Israelites, or themselves to be, as they call the Jews, so the people of the Lord, they painted for themselves to be that. Okay. Let's get some of that. Let's see. It's First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 47. It says, then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law, wherein, which is the book of the law, this word, okay, the Bible, the scriptures, the scrolls, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Okay, they covered up our faces with their images and made themselves out to be us. Same thing with our Lord. When you think of Jesus Christ, okay. Matter of fact, we don't do that. Let's see. Let's do that. All right, this is Jesus Christ. This is what you get. Is this what's described as how the Lord looks. A pale face. A pale faced man with stringy long hair. Okay? Or let's get this here. Or does he look like this? This is Revelation chapter 1 verse 1. The revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, which the Most High gave unto him. What does revelation mean? To reveal. So it's the revealing of Yahushua, which the Most High gave unto him, who? John the Revelator, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Okay, so this is the revealing of Yahushua. Everything from here on out is revealing Yahushua. Okay, including how he looked. Okay. All right, this is verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Does this look like white like wool and eyes as a flame of fire? Does this look like white woolly hair? No. None of it looks like white woolly hair. Okay? His eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Okay, now his feet would not be a different color than his face or his arms or his hands or the rest of his body, unless he had leprosy, which we know that would have been a curse, which we know that is false. Okay, does this look like brass or fine brass? And does it look like it's been burned in a furnace? Let's get that. Okay, you see how this is the color brass? Okay, it's a gold, almost like a golden type color, a copper gold looking color. All right, now let's look up burned brass. It said as if it burned in the furnace. All right, now look at that. See how dark that looks? So that means that Yahushua is a dark-skinned man, but Jesus Christ, no. Now let's type in Yahushua. Now of course these aren't, the actual images or anything like that, but which image looks more closely related to the scriptures? You see, he had hair like wool, as white as snow. He got white hair, woolly hair, as white as snow. His eyes were as a flame of fire. His eyes are red, and feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in the furnace. Okay, his skin is dark, looks like literally that color brass, the burnt brass that we just looked up. Which one looks closer related to the scriptures? This or Yahushua? This or that? Which one is closer related? See what I'm saying? This is a part of iconoclasm. All right. Now let's get this here. Let's see. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 15. It's says, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his son soon taken away. This was Rodrigo Borgia, which was, we know that image of so-called Jesus Christ was was made after Rodrigo Borgia's son, Cesare Borgia. Okay. When he hath made an image of his son, soon taken away, meaning he passed, now honored him as a god or as a power. Okay. Which was then a dead man and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. And that's how Jesus Christ came to be. He became honored as a god or as a power. Okay? Now, it says he covered Job 9:24 because the face of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? Okay, we're gonna get into some of the, just the natures of them. All right. This is Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Okay, so these people go and take over lands and then call them after their own names. America was named after Amerigo Vespucci. Okay, Africa was named after Leo Scipio Africanus. Okay, like all these lands, they take over and name after themselves. Okay, then it says that the inward thought that the houses shall continue forever in their dwelling place to all generations. They don't believe that they're ever going down. You think about what type of pride mindset you have to be in, where you will say, hey, in 2054 we're going to be doing this, or 2061 we're going to be doing this. They know for a fact that they're going to be in rulership during that time. That's how deceived, that's how prideful they are. They just know that they won't be in rulership. All right. So this is Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Okay. They speak softly, but they always, matter of fact, let me finish it. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay, they come in talking smooth, sweetly, but they really finna mess you over. What you think they did to the Native American Indians? We come in peace, but then they killed them. They killed them by the sword and through diseases. They always come in peace, but their peace comes by war. Matter of fact, the scriptures say through peace they shall destroy many. Okay? That's part of them. This is why they are the wicked. Okay? The wicked. Let's see. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bozrah, this is that's a chief city in Edom, Bozrah shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Check this out. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee. They are terrible. Okay, you gotta remember, this is the wicked of the earth. They are very terrible. They have deceived thee because that's their powers through their terribleness. And the pride of thine heart, we just read how their inward thought that their houses shall continue forever and last to generations. The pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence. They love to build up their cities. They build them up in the sky. They don't build out. That's why they keep talking about how the earth is overpopulated. But how can the earth be overpopulated? There is so much land on this earth for everyone to live, but they build up in their cities. They congregate. They literally stuff everyone in certain areas. That's how they live. They love the skyscrapers, living up high, because it reminds them of being in those mountains and those clefts of the rocks. Okay, let's look at this here. We got some images of Mount Petra. See that? What does that look like? You got the columns, and you think about the Roman Colosseums, and it's literally built in the sides of the rocks. Look at this. If this ain't the Wicked or Esau Edom, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they letting you know who they are. They done built this in the size of the rocks, okay? Literally, down there dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. This is the wicked, okay? That covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he. But I got something for you, though. This is what we coming to. And I'm gonna end it off here, though. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world. The wicked is the end of the world. They will be in rulership in the end of this age, this aeon." All right. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Jacob, Israel, okay, the chosen. Okay, will bring righteous rulership, establish righteousness in the earth once again, where the people will flourish. The people will rejoice, the plants, the animals, everything, the earth can live, okay, because through this wicked rulership, or through the earth being given into the hand of the wicked, death is multiplied in the earth. All right, but this is just a back to basic lesson on Job 9:24. Hope you edified. Shalom.